Be careful. I mean, it's okay to be anonymous, but be careful with the. Just imagine this shit. Somebody's like, "Yo, bro, I'll hold your money for you." Okay, can we meet and I'll give it to you? No, dude, I wear a mask and I fucking live in Bolivia or something. I live in Nepal and Bhutan, and I never will come meet you in person. And I modulate my voice, and my name is like Mr. Mr. D. Like, fuck, bro. I'm like, I'm not giving.
And I wear a mask of a monkey. You can trust me because I have the coolest monkey.
Yeah, like I don't. Show me your face. Put yourself on the line. You know what I mean?
What's up, Disrupt Nation? My name's Tony Delgado, and I want you to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get post notifications every single time that we drop a new video. Now let's get into it.
Another part of that conversation is, wait, how can we collaborate? How can we learn from these amazing individuals who have decided to relocate their businesses and bring them right down here? So a lot of the speakers that we have today are amazing world leaders, right? Who didn't choose to move their businesses to Miami, didn't choose to move their businesses to New York, didn't choose to move their businesses to Singapore or some other place. They chose to move their businesses right here to Puerto Rico. And they're creating wealth and abundance and bringing a melting pot of knowledge to the island. So this event, we're going to have some of the biggest local leaders. We have Juan Salgado, one of the most influential Puerto Ricans in the NFT and Web3 space. And then we have people like Jordan, the founder of NFT.com, right? An international influencer in the Web3 space who has come to the island to relocate his business here. So how can we build bridges, build coalitions, and start those conversations to create a movement in the educational system here in Puerto Rico? So that's me. I'm Tony Delgado, and that's the mission of Disrupt. Our first speaker, his name is infamous in the digital marketing space. He's known for having millions and billions of hours of viewed content across social media. He started numerous businesses in his entrepreneurial career. I met him in a private event at his condo in New York City when he was raising money for a new crazy venture. And I remember when he was raising the money, I was a little skeptical. I was like, wow, he's really raising money. And at that time, it was only his own incubated brand. So at that time, it was his Knowledge Society, Mentor Box, which is essentially an Audible competitor. And I was like, okay, he's raising money for his own brands. That's cool. But then what he did in COVID, I really, really respect and admire. So he transformed this venture capital private equity fund that he was raising for his own brands, and he started buying distressed brands. So he started buying brands like Radio Shack, like Pure One Exports, like linens and things. And he started buying these iconic brands who had been around for years. And his name, if you don't know who I'm talking about yet, his name is Tai Lopez. Who here's heard of Tai Lopez? Yeah. So, and a lot of people don't know this, but Tai Lopez actually has some family from Puerto Rico. So he has a bloodline that comes back to Puerto Rico, and he has a history that comes back to this island. So he was born in the United States. His family's from the United States, but he has ancestors here, and his actual full name is Taino. A lot of people don't know that, but his full name is Taino Lopez. It doesn't get more Puerto Rican than that. And so when I heard that he was moving to Puerto Rico, I was like, yes, this is what we need. Puerto Rico is now becoming a melting pot of wealth, of prosperity, of not only American investors, but Latino investors from all around the world coming together and really creating the Silicon Valley of the Caribbean. So without further ado, I'm super, super excited to announce, if he's ready. No, in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, I'll be super excited to announce the infamous, the one and only, Tai Lopez. Tai, Ty Lopez is an interesting character because I remember when I first started following his journey on social media, he promoted wealth in almost an offensive way, right? He really puts it in your face, like, hey, look at my house, look at my car, etc. And then I watched a podcast with him, and he was getting interviewed about that, and he said, listen, these are the things that attract young people. He was like, listen, old people, you know, I'm sorry for anybody 35 and over. I just joined that camp recently. But, 35 and over, they're kind of set in their ways. There's not too much. If they're entrepreneurs, they're probably going to stay entrepreneurs. If they're not entrepreneurs yet, they're probably not going to make that shift later on in life. Sometimes they do. But sometimes they don't, right? Don't trust anyone over 30. Yeah, that's right. So he said, I market to a younger generation because I know those are the seeds that are going to get planted, that are going to.
What time am I coming on, everybody?
So without further ado, I want to introduce the one, the only, the infamous Ty Lopez.
No need to fear. It's all the same shit, just different day. And so kind of the three things I was going to say, and I'll answer some questions that I was sent. Number one, keep your head screwed on straight. There's a famous poem by Rudyard Kipling, which basically is called If, I-F. And it says, one of my favorite parts of that long poem, it says, if you can keep your head when all around you are losing theirs, you will be a man and the world will be yours. That's my paraphrase. So you're going to have to be able to keep your head right now. I was with one of my mentors, number two, I'm a big believer in mentors. It's been somewhat fucking controversial for me to say books and mentors, but people think that's a scam and people are stupid. In general, the masses are lost sheep. But I practice what I preach. I was just with one of my mentors. His name's Tillman Fertitta. He owns the Houston Rockets basketball team. He's a restaurant, owns 500 restaurants, casinos, hotels in Las Vegas. And I was with him 2 Mondays ago. He's worth about $6-7 billion. And I was talking to him about this same thing, crypto, disruption, what's happening. And he's like, Ty, this is when all the money's made, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, he's a big boy. He's in his 70s, I think, almost 70. He's been through the 1980s, the 1990s, 2000. He's like, Ty, I made all my money when everybody else was freaking out. So you're gonna have to be tough. The game of wealth, finance, crypto, it's the same game that your great-great-grandfather and grandmother had to play 10,000 generations ago on the African savannah, which was who can make it through tough times. And there's an old saying, it's like the fire, it separates the metal from the dross, D-R-O-S-S. What's the dross? The dross is the impurities in the metal. And what you're seeing in crypto right now, and what Tillman Fertitta was trying to tell me, was when times get tough, the tough get going. You ever heard that cliche? When times get tough, the tough get going. Well, this is a time for a lot of you to get going in crypto, not to freak out. And you can work in silence. You don't have to be loud about it, but this is when you activate yourself and start doing more. If you believe in something, you should do it more when the times get tough, not less. You should turn the current situation where Bitcoin, whatever, some people call for 8,000 Bitcoin, some people 22,000. It's, been hovering where I got into Bitcoin when I was 4,500. So, I haven't really sold my Bitcoin, just kept it. Same with ETH, I got in at $200. So if you came in a little later, you're probably freaking out. So you have to ask yourself, how much do I believe in this project? Whether it's Ethereum or Solana or whatever it might be. When times get tough, the tough get going. And the impurities just kind of disappear. And you're going to see that now. So that's number two, just listening to my mentor about all his progress was made in times like now. In fact, 1 year ago, or let's say last summer, where everything was hot. Terra Luna was hot. All NFT projects were hot. Everything was on the rise. Every FTX, the founders on the cover of Forbes. every single thing that people touch in crypto seemed to become valuable. Well, it's a good thing that's not happening now. That's actually how free markets work. In fact, if you study economic history, there were countries that didn't allow prices to drop. You know what those countries were? Cambodia under a Pol Pot dictator. You know, that was China under Mao Zedong. I just read a book about Mao Zedong, the dictator. 100 million people starved to death under him because he didn't allow markets. Stalin, okay, from, let's say Stalin came to power, let's call it late 1920s, and lasted, I think he had a heart attack in about 1959. During that time, you had Ukraine, even though there's now a problem with Ukraine had a huge starvation. You know, they almost had a genocide effect because you didn't have free markets. So my third thing to you all, let the free markets do their job. And that might be to wake you and I up, because maybe we were stupid. Maybe we were putting our money and thinking, oh, every project is going to win. So maybe you got your wake-up call. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I got my wake-up call. So let the free markets do what the free markets do. And it's okay. It's okay. What would you rather have? You want Stalin to stop the markets?
What's going on? I'm Jordan Freed. I just got off stage here at Disrupt.
Hey, this is Joel Comm.
And I'm Travis Wright of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
Hi, my name is Natalia. Hi, my name is Samara. And we're from Puerto Rico.
This was an excellent event. Shout out to Tony Delgado, Disrupt CEO.
We're at the Puerto Rican Convention Center. What a great venue.
The colors, the sound, the lighting, everything was off the hook.
We're here at Disrupt to do just that. So if you have an opportunity to come to this event, don't miss out.
I just want to say thank you, Tony. Thank you to the whole team in Disrupt. It's been an amazing event. Let's keep building. Let's keep getting together and empowering all the Latinos here in Puerto Rico and the world.
Coming out to these events are a great opportunity for people to learn about what's happening in the space, to understand where Web3 is going, where the trends are, what VCs are looking at to raise money.
We are at the Disrupt DeFi Summit. It has been an honor to be here. This is a great event.
Really want to thank Disrupt, the whole team, Latino Wall Street. Want to thank Tony for giving me this opportunity.
Everyone out here is talking about Web3, cryptocurrency, all the cool stuff around technology.
Learned so much, got a chance to meet so many people.
Great opportunity to educate. We got good influencers, we got good people that want to change the whole course of Puerto Rico.
So impressed with every person I met here today.
We're super happy to be here in the event of Disrupt. It's really have changed our perspective and also has inspired us to be more involved in this world of crypto and Web3. We're really grateful for this organization and for Tony, all that he has done in Puerto Rico.
He's changing. He's really disrupting how we see the space in Puerto Rico.
It's an honor to be here and we are learning a lot. The mentors has been excellent.
I'm really excited to see where NFTs, crypto, and DeFi go and where we can take it here in Puerto Rico to the next level.
This event, and I hope many more that will be coming from it in the future, are the path forward to help Latinos take their place in Web3.
This is Lopez from Puerto Rico, and I really love the event. I learned a lot.
If you're not here, you're totally missing out. Be here next year. So thanks for having us and go disrupt the world.
Thank you, Tony.
And we're going to be here for a long time. Thank you, Tony.
What's up, Disrupt Nation? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found value from this video, I want to ask you for a favor. I want you to hit the like button, but more important than that, I want you to hit share, and I want you to send this video to a friend, a family member, a business partner, and share the value with other people. And if you have any questions for me, please drop them in the comment section below. I do my best to answer all questions personally. And make sure that you smack the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you get notified next time we drop a new video. All right, I'll see you in the next one.